2 weeks ago, I said, we should have a board installation. You know, to honor previous board members, to honor the current, to bring the current board members into their commitment to Unity Center of Norwalk. And we are honoring. At the annual meeting this year, I said there is no hierarchy of service. All service at Unity Center is important, it's vital. Where would we be without that service? However, there are greater degrees of commitment, of time, talent, and treasure. And the Board of Trustees is asked to serve at the highest level of commitment. At the highest level, because what I ask of them is not only to be present in their practice here at Unity Center, I ask them to be present in their practice at home, at work. I ask that of me. Wouldn't you like me to be a practitioner at work? There are wonderful opportunities that come as a result of serving this way. And there are other times that come with the stress of painful decisions and true tests of faith that makes a board member ask themselves, do I believe? Do I agree with what is being said here on this pulpit at Unity Center? Because there cannot be a separation between what is said or offered here on this pulpit in the morning and what is being practiced in the boardroom in the afternoon. We can't afford, well, you know, the real world is back there in business decisions. No, this is all the real world. And so to come up with, you know, and walk through our childhood pain, our adulthood pain, our work stuff, and our joy and our beliefs, to discover, oh yeah, this is what I believe. It can be hard to discern the difference between a business decision and a spiritual decision and how to meld the two. In my experience, there are no better church boards in all of Unity than the boards that have served here in the 10 years I have been here. You don't know the stories I hear about boards, and that has not been the case here. While we've never not been in dilemmas of how to serve, how to think, and everything, I've never experienced anything quite like what we experience here at Unity of Norwalk, Unity Center of Norwalk, and so we are quite blessed. They have been known. What I love about our boards, they know when to serve and they know when to let go. They have asked difficult, sometimes embarrassing questions, and we have always walked away with greater understanding than we would have if those questions hadn't been asked. I remember years ago we had an attorney on the board, and he would ask questions that would be so daunting, and you'd think, what's he accusing me of? What's he saying here? And I found out from other board members that they felt the same way. And but I would keep my mouth shut, and I would listen rather than defend. And we would walk out of every board meeting having looked at all sides, so that we always made decisions as a unified board. And so that's when I learned that there is service to the highest. It's not always agreeing, and it's not always liking every moment, but to walk through it in the highest. When I came here, I knew it was my job to offer a spiritual experience to the Board of Trustees. After all, because there has to be an exchange of energy. And as long as someone is serving on the board here, neither they nor anyone in their family can earn any money for the services rendered. You know, there's been a couple of board members whose, you know, their children wanted to babysit. We can't pay their children to be Sunday school teachers, because that is the agreement. That is the agreement here. They can't get free stuff. As a result, they don't get free retreats. They don't get stuff like that. So what can they get for serving on the board and making some of the hardest decisions of their life? They can get riches of consciousness. That's what they can receive. Fellowship and long-lasting relationships are available. A true spiritual experience of action is available. So today we're going to light 3 candles. The center one up here, the white one, that is for spirit. It represents the one life which unites all of us. And then we have a silver candle here. These are not, the size represents nothing. The silver candle is the size of a silver candle. I happen to have it home. But it is a silver candle. And it's for the sacredness of our spiritual community. A safe harbor for all to anchor in while we explore the possibilities for the full expression of God within our own lives. This candle also represents the past as it has unfolded here. And we recognize all the people who have played a part in bringing about this moment today. And so we especially honor those board members who have served before. And then we have a golden candle up here. It's for our new Board of Trustees. And for the vision we have, all of us, as a spiritual community. And because these trustees have chosen to make this new commitment to be a co-creator and leader in our church, we are enriched. Sometimes it's difficult to move into the future. Oh, come on. Sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes it's painful. So, we see that the light is stronger and brighter now. These three candles give visibility to the biblical saying that where two or more are gathered, God is more fully present. Right now, I would like to invite up our previous board members, all who have served on the Board of Trustees. Would you come to our pulpit, please? We have Carol Dobbs, there's Christina Connors, we have Doug Kitchen, Lisa Genchemi, Lee Canapetti, Andre Hopko, Gabe Casabolo, Marianne Sassano. We acknowledge these individuals who have served Unity Center by giving their time, talent, and treasure, as well as their families' time, talent, and treasure to the church. We are grateful. We are grateful to others, Reyes Katona Bennett, Jerry Zakloff, as well as others who have moved on from this community for one reason or another. Janine Brown, Freddie Cuadrado, John Curry, Fran Gotcher, Patty Graney, Pam Hatfield, Wendy Ann Renewski, Monique Lalakos, Tanya Livingston, Richard Lutringer, Hami Safavi. These are the group that have served in the 10 years I have been here. There's a multitude of others that had served before that since 1992. Right now, I want to give each of you a gift that I have found. It goes with our ministry. It's a bar of soap. And it says good. The soap says good. And our ministry is good. That is my personal ministry. Good. We are all good. We've always been good. But I thought soap represents a cleansing. A cleansing of an old identity. That we may take on our new identity as servants of Unity Center, as servants of ourselves, as our mission, as what we have to offer in our spiritual lives that we may give wherever we are called to give. And so, I thank you for your good service. And I thank you for your good service. I thank you for your good service. I might have others to thank. Exactly enough. Just thank you for your good service. I thank you for your good service. I thank you for your good service. They smell good too. I thank you for your good service. And I thank you for your good service. Once again, we apologize. You are cleansing of an old identity. And now I'd like to invite our current Board of Trustees to the pulpit. Now, you all will stand over there. Sorry, Ben, you're going to get your backs. So you have been elected to the Board of Trustees of Unity Center of Norwalk because the members of this church believe you to be worthy to be their representative. They believe you to possess the qualities of leadership which will embrace and carry out our vision. Election to the board is both an honor and a privilege, and with this privilege comes personal and organizational responsibilities. And accepting this position on the board, you are making a commitment both to serve and to lead our congregation according to our shared values and principles. Do you so commit?
Yes.
That's the right answer.
I wasn't sure if it was I do or yes, but I said both.
Either one is fine. Every board member needs a deep commitment to their spiritual life. Do you have such a commitment?
Yes.
If a conflict arises between your position as a board member and your personal opinions, will you commit first to prayer, second to speaking only to the involved parties, and third to acknowledge this conflict before the board and take positive measures to eliminate the conflict?
Yes.
Beautiful. Will you commit to support in a positive manner all actions initiated by the board, even when you are in a minority position on such actions?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now, one might ask why you don't get a bar of soap. As I said, you are volunteering to give without receiving stuff. They are committed to a spiritual experience as a result of saying yes. What you do get is this. You get a name tag that has Board of Trustees. So Bob Kahn, thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Teresa Kriske, who is now our, Bob Kahn is our board vice president. Teresa Kriske, who is our board treasurer, thank you. Millie Benitez Badillo is our trustee at large. Thank you. Diane Bustamante is our board president. Maria Corsero Hopko is our trustee at large. And Betsy Woods Brooks is our board secretary. I have not put their titles on the name tags deliberately this year, because their identity now is a board of trustee rather than a level of hierarchy within the board, because as a board member each gets one vote. A title does not get two. And so we applaud you, we thank you, and we look forward to how you plan to serve and how God will serve through you. With full commitment and a bond of trust established by this ceremony, these members are now duly installed as the Board of Trustees of Unity Center of Norwalk for the year of 2015. Let us pray.